So it takes me a while to try out new things. And I've done all of this vertical sashing. I've got 4 rows done. I'm on my 5th and then my 6th rows before I finally decided to try out the 1/4-inch foot. Realizing that it said it's an edging foot as well. I know when I was doing Mr. Comatose' quilts, I said I've had to, when I connect these blocks, when I do the sashing, I'm having to connect them first with a 1/4-inch seam when I connect the blocks together. And then when I'm flipping this over and doing this top sashing, I'm switching the number on my computer so that I can go down the edge. And if I forget, then I'm still on a 1/4-inch seam and it doesn't catch. So I'm having to flip back and forth between the stitches when I do this, so I have to be very, very mindful. And sometimes I'm not. I just remembered that the 1/4-inch presser foot, they've also called an edging foot. So when I just picked this up and looked at it, I said, well, okay, they say the 1/4-inch, you follow this outside guide. But if you want 1/8 of an inch, which would be the top stitching on the sashing, I just need to follow the outside of this, and that brings it right into the edge. So I'm not having to change this. I've used my middle stitch again, the same as I did with my Stitch in the Ditch presser foot. So the only thing I'm having to change is my guide, basically, as to what I'm using as a guide, whether I'm using the outside of this or the inside. But I'm not having to switch where the needle is located to do that. Gosh, makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Like I say, it takes me a while, but this will be really helpful when I'm doing the horizontal stuff. So, I've almost got the 5th row done. I've got to take down that 5th block now and join that to my row. And that 5th row will be done. And then I'll be moving on to the last row. And then I'll be looking at the horizontal sashing. So, hopefully I'll get to work on that this afternoon. I just realized another awesome thing about this 1/4-inch foot and using it to sew these together. This one has always had this bugger right there sticking out. And I've had to always kind of make sure that it doesn't get stuck. Sometimes it gets stuck underneath here. I have to fold this over. As I was sewing along, I said, I've got nothing sticking out over here. Isn't that nice? Nothing to get stuck. Oh my goodness, yes. That's definitely worth it. I don't have this little bugger hanging out the side anymore. Thank you, Sandy Grog. I have learned so much from you. I do appreciate it. I'm loving my 1/4-inch zipper foot now that I'm actually using it and have decided to give it a try. I'm a little slow sometimes, but I get there eventually.